Welcome back to Big Si Blogs. Yes, I am Big Si, and it's another late one, unfortunately. So, today's news. There's been three videos uploaded off Raise the Colours, Ryan. And to be honest, it's quite upsetting, really, how people are sort of attacking what they're doing. Yes, they were outside, they were flagging. Now, they got cornered last night. Let me just defend Ryan and the lads. They were out flagging. They go from lamppost to lamppost, and they got cornered, by a gang of all these, the locals, or the lefties, let's say the lefties, that object against it. And they don't just have to say, they keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and obviously they're attacking verbally with Ryan and the lads. You're not going to stand there. You're going to retaliate and you're going to say what you think. You're going to get your point across. If they're coming at you with a camera in your face, you're going to give it back to them. Now, when he was standing back and walking away, he noticed that the car had no number plates on. The car that they were there, they actually turned up. They had no number plates on. Obviously, they didn't want the number plates taken. And inside the car, they had a pole with barbed wire and some sort of knife to cut the flags down. Sabotage the flags, sabotage the country, treason. Isn't that what that's what it is, isn't it? In effect, treason. So and not just that, people have paid for these flags, donated for these flags, and asked Ryan to put them up, and that's what he's doing. You know what I mean? So if they're attacking him, he's going to stand his ground, and the lads are going to stand their ground, which is what anybody would do. Now, last night was a bit heated here and there. Not heated, no, I'm wrong in saying that. Last night was a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Confrontational. There you are. A bit for confrontational. So, and the video says, Ryan's standing back, and as he stands back, they're moving forward. Many times he said, look, I'm standing back out in my own space. Do not follow me. They kept coming forward. So, I mean, if you keep coming back, there's a certain point you have to defend yourself. There was no violence. There's no violence whatsoever. There was nothing. They kept standing back. Ryan's a personality I like. He's a funny character. You've got to know. I don't know the personality. You've got to know a personality like that to understand how it works. I have lots of friends with personalities like Ryan, and if you don't know it, you're not going to get it at all. So anyway, that's that. They did the video last night, shut down. I uploaded the one last night late. Quite a lot of views. I left a couple of bits out for what I thought anyway. I thought was not on Ryan's side. On the other side, I thought was inappropriate. I left that out, And today, now, 3 people have contacted Ryan. The BBC, the local BBC radio or news place, wherever it is, and they're on the phone to Ryan and they're condemning him, and they're trying to call him. They're trying to get him to say things it's not true, and they're writing it down. But when Ryan's correcting him, they're not. You'll see the video. They're not putting it down. They're not saying. So Ryan's having to say, "Are you putting that down? Are you going to put it down?" Well, I want to hear both sides of the story. They've had reports. Well, anybody can make a report. I can make a report about you. That doesn't mean to say it's true. The call went on for a while with the BBC News. That's one. So we'll label that video 3, right? So I'll upload 3 videos. Video 2 is a news programme. And this is the local MP, who somebody's rang him up. Obviously, a lefty knows the MP. I'm fed up with this. You'll have to do something. They've contacted another media company to contact. I'm not going to give them the airspace. Contact Ryan again and rang him and the same sort of thing, questioning him, picking him out. You've done this, you've done that. Ryan hasn't done it. He's proved he hasn't done it. And I don't think Ryan's the type of guy to lie either. He knows where the boundary is. His toes touch the boundary at times, yes, but doesn't cross the boundary. He doesn't cross the boundary. So they're ringing up complaining to the local MP. The MP's on the news programme today, whinging and complaining and saying they need to reach out to the local police and the local council to stop this. What's going on? Raise the flags and this, that, the other. It only should be approved flag hanging from the local council, which is wrong. If you're passionate about your country, then we should be able to hang our flags. So there's video number 2. That last video is obviously another media station, a local paper, I think it is, Haley somebody, and she's trying to corner Ryan. So I'll use this intro on all 3 videos because otherwise it's just going to be, but I'll label the videos 1 and 2 and 3. I don't think Ryan did anything wrong. I don't think any of the lads did anything wrong apart from stand their ground, show how passionate they feel. If you don't like it, like Ryan says, they come up to him. They're saying that he's intimidating and he's stalking them, you know. They come up. Another thing is, a guy said he's assaulted him. He rang an ambulance. He rang an ambulance and an ambulance turned up and he stood laughing. There was nothing wrong with him. Why would you ring 999 for an ambulance when there's nothing wrong with you? You know, he said he caught his leg on something. You know, why ring an ambulance if you're standing there laughing? Anyway, so that was an investigation looking for this guy because, man, they have to prove it. They have to prove it before any crime is committed. And if that's the case, if it's not proven, then the flags will fly, won't they? Even more flags will fly. So right, I'm going to end this. I've talked too long. I'll talk a few minutes. Video 1, video 2, video 3. Leave your comments below.
Right, and what party is he from?
Labour.
The local MP for Sturchley, Al Carnes from Sturchley. What's he calling for, sorry?
The Labour Party, yeah. Do you want me to read out what he's posted?
Yeah, where's he posted this?
He's posted something on Twitter.
All
right. Which says, give me 10 seconds and I will just get it up. So his message on Twitter says, I'm seriously concerned by reports of intimidation and violence in Sturchley yesterday, and I've written to the West Midlands Police to highlight my concerns. The Union Jack is a symbol of unity, not division, of patriotism, not polarisation. I condemn all attempts to hijack our flag and sow violence in our communities for political gain. And he says in a letter, we raise the colours in Sturchley. I'm writing about recent events in Sturchley involving the group Raise the Colours and the issues being raised with me by my constituents. My office has heard from dozens of residents whose accounts describe incidents of harassment, intimidation and assault by members of this group, many of whom are not from Birmingham. Video evidence of these incidents is being shared online. And he basically then goes on to say to the police, what is the scope for the police and the council to work together on preventative measures, including the kind of injunctions on unauthorised flag displays that have been used elsewhere in the country.
Right. I mean, this guy, right. I mean, hijacking flags and stuff like that. I believe the ultra-far left from Sturchley, I think they're attached to Birmingham Antifa, or anti-fascist Birmingham, or something like that. They had actually metal poles with barbed wire, so I believe, but it wasn't.
Well, I saw your live stream, so yeah,
I mean, just to clarify, those metal poles with barbed wire, they are probably what he means by hijacking the flag. I'd say it was vandalism of the flag, or
what he's talking about, right?
Or defacing the flag of their country. I mean, that's treason, isn't it?
I don't know if you know Al Carnes.
Never heard of Al Carnes in my life.
He's the Minister for the Armed Forces. He's a highly decorated Royal Marine.
Wow, well, our Armed Forces is completely on its knees because the former Royal Marine Commandos, we used to have 7,800, whereas now we've only got 2,800 because they're not actually allowed to do their job, which is protect our borders.
I think you're missing the point. So police are now looking for somebody responsible for a hit and run incident in Sturchley last night, in which a van carrying a Raise the Colours slogan.
Say that again, sorry.
Police are now looking for a vehicle that was involved in a hit and run last night in Sturchley, which struck a member of the public, injuring his leg, and then fled the scene, drove off, in other words.
Okay.
The implication is that was a Raise the Colours vehicle.
Well, like you say, it looks like it's an implication, as you say, and it looks like a police incident, doesn't it?
Have you not been approached by the police at all?
I'm not willing to give you anything because it looks like it's a police investigation, doesn't it? So I'll reply to the right to reply, and we'll just go from there because you're delving into Royal Marine Commandos and stuff like that. I mean, I don't really know where you're going with this.
Did your team engage in...
Or what you're trying to get out of what?
Engage in intimidation and harassment in Sturchley?
I'd like to exercise my notice and my right to reply. Rather than
what do you mean you're exercising?
Well, I'd like to exercise my right to reply.
I mean, the story's going to be running today.
All right then. Well then good luck with it. I hope you get loads of loads of people like that. You know. Jane Hayes.
Hayes, actually, not Hayes.
Sorry. And we're raisethecolours.org.uk, not raise the flags.
I didn't say you were raise the flags.
You somebody else before from your organisation.
Not me. Anyway, yeah. So it would be good, and perhaps one day in the future we could sit down and have a.
I'd absolutely love that. Can we book it in? I'd love to sit down with you guys.
Excellent. We'll do that one day soon.
As soon as possible. As soon as possible, I'll sit down with you and we'll have a chat about anything.
But yeah, so as I say, the main concern is the allegation is that you engaged in intimidating you and your
Me?
fellow volunteers, you personally and your fellow volunteers.
Whose allegation? So have you got? So there's a formal allegation been made that I have done what? Sorry, Jane.
Intimidating and harassing behaviour.
Who's put that, Jane?
To be frank, Ryan, we've all seen.
I'm not frank, but Jane, who's done a formal allegation that I have harassed somebody?
There have been multiple complaints made to.
But where? No. Oh, so you're surmising that my name's there. Cat's got your tongue, Jane. Come on.
Ryan, you were filming yourself.
But Jane, so you're surmising that's not factual, is it?
Okay. I can see this is getting nowhere.
Jane, but you're not factual. I'm speaking about facts.
Right of reply. You were videoing yourself.
Jane Hayes from the Birmingham Mail.
In Sturchley High Street.
Yeah.
Talking to people in abusive ways, crossing the road.
I was crossing the road.
Acting in an intimidating manner.
What's intimidating? I wasn't interjecting with anybody. I was literally going down the road from lamppost to lamppost, erecting the beautiful flag of our beautiful country. People have gone there. People like you have gone there and hijacked the flag.
I haven't gone anywhere near.
Oh right, I've surmised then, like you're surmising. It's funny, isn't it? It's laughable, isn't it?
You're an interesting character. Would you like to provide a written response?
Yes.
Or can I take this conversation as the
No, I'd like to, like I said earlier, I want to exercise my right to give you a formal written response and I'll reply to you via email.
You're welcome to do that.
I will do that. When do I need to do that by, Jane?
As soon as possible. The story is ready. We're working on.
Okay, so I'm recording this at the moment, and I would like to exercise my notice of right to reply to what you've emailed us, and I'll check that now, Jane. And now Birmingham Mail, because let me just explain as well. Birmingham Mail, you do make a few spelling mistakes in your articles as well, so hopefully you don't.
So just to check, it's Ryan Ryan Bridge Bridge. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And whereabouts are you from, Ryan?
I'm from Britain, in England.
Whereabouts in Birmingham?
West Midlands.
Is it Bromsgrove?
Sorry, Jane?
Is it Bromsgrove?
Wait there, I'll go on Google and I'll Google where you're from. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Is that
Well, it's ridiculous, Jane. Is it a threat? Well, you're asking me a question, then you're answering it yourself, aren't you? Is that how you reporters do things, Jane?
Yeah, that's correct. That's right. Ryan, as I say, you're an interesting character.
Yeah, I'd love to see what you look like with your character, Jane.
Okay, Ryan.
And I hope to meet you in the future.
Do you not feel that you're intimidating in your handling of?
Jane, remember you phoned me and you've been on the phone to me for 9 minutes 36 seconds.
Yeah.
Making allegations that are false, because no one's mentioned my name, have they? You've just made it up, Jane, haven't you? Like you make a lot of things up.
I have not personally made any allegations.
Thank you very much. And has anybody else made a personal allegation that you can say is that factual?
What has been said?
Where? Read to me what's been said, Jane, about my personal name.
Ryan, your name, your visage is on the videos that are showing.
Yeah, Jane, we know that. So read something out to me where somebody's mentioned my name in a complaint to the police. You can't because you're lying.
I'm not lying, Ryan.
Well, read it then. Read it out to me. Shut me down. Come on. Shut me down.
End this conversation because you're being as rude and aggressive towards
I'm
me.
not, Jane. I'm just asking you a question, but you can't answer it.
I can see that you are.
Why?
In every you have with people.
Sorry?
It's really difficult to have conversations.
Jane, the only facts I've got is I crossed the road. That's what you've said. You was crossing the road.
Oh, right. Ryan, you put out 2 hours of video last night showing yourself acting in a manner that other people have described as intimidating and harassing.
What, as opposed to ripping a flag down with a metal pole with barbed wire taped around it? I'd say that's harassing and intimidating, to be honest. Jane Haynes, Birmingham
I'll
Mail.
let you go. Thanks a lot for your time. Bye.
That is the Birmingham Mail, Jane Hayes. Thank you. Right, and what party